It's hard to come up through this agency and not know the lore of Dave Hess. Most people who work here just have such great respect for him.
He was a visionary and a model public servant. If you're looking for someone whose life in public service you'd like to emulate, Dave Hess ought to be the model.
A lot of it comes down to two things with people. You want nice people and people who work hard. And I can't think of someone who just encapsulates those two qualities more than Dave Hess.
I'm not going to tell tales on how old Dave is, but he started as an intern, I think just after the department was formed. Probably the best deputy in government that I ever heard of. I actually just read the newspaper all day in my office, and Dave ran the department. So much of what was accomplished in the Ridge administration was either the idea of Dave Hess or implemented by him.
The big one that folks always talk about with Dave Hess is Act 2.
There's a saying out there, and we use it in land conservation, they don't make more land, but brownfields is actually an interesting way you make more natural lands.
These places across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania are now home to impressive buildings and jobs that are probably in the tens of thousands.
Made a huge difference in communities.
You know it's true, you know it's right, if in retrospect it looks like a no-brainer. That's the Industrial Site Recycling Act, and Dave wrote it. Going greener, another big idea of his, to put in the budget something that was important, like roads, like schools, like law enforcement, the environment.
And of course, when the money came through, Dave wasted no time getting it on the ground.
David toured every county in the state where he educated citizens on how to apply, what the program was about, how the money could be used.
Farmland preservation, mine reclamation, forests and parks, watershed associations.
It really brought life to the watershed movement.
It's been a remarkable state program, probably unique in the nation.
Anybody would love to have that kind of legacy.
Another one of his contributions to better government was to take the department from the dark ages to an online age.
He was always an early adopter of technology.
There used to be a joke in Harrisburg in the 80s, if the lights flickered in the morning, that was Dave Hess booting up.
You know, he always understood the powerful tools of the electronic world. I mean, probably nowhere did that come into play in a more critical way than the Quecreek Mine disaster.
The Deep Mine Safety Unit, of course, brought to bear by Secretary Hess, had an awful lot to do with our success operationally in finding those 9 miners. Remember, they were 8 stories down and 1.5 miles from the entrance portal.
The Department of Environmental Protection has the mine maps. Those maps had been brought up to date. The lives that were saved probably depended on work that those men and their families didn't even know was going on years before they got trapped. That's good government. That's Dave Hess.
Another great resource was the Pennsylvania Environmental Digest.
I'm pretty sure Dave Hess is the only person who reads the Pennsylvania Bulletin and understands it. I would use his blog as a resource in policy.
Sometimes I look to see, well, how did we do? Yeah. How did Dave frame how we did?
We know no matter what we do, Dave is going to report on it. There's always that Dave Hess standard, right? That we have to make sure that we're putting information out there and we're always doing the right thing. Because if we're not, Dave Hess is going to tell everyone.
Dave does that all by himself. He does the editing, the commenting, the arranging.
In what could be a retirement where he's just relaxing, he's choosing to get up early and get the information, digest it, read it, write blogs.
David will never be retired. He will always be working for the common good. I think it's just who he is.
I remember asking him one time just about the job, and he said he loved it because you get to do good things.
In some weird way, I'm sure that having Dave Hess as Secretary of DEP has made my job easier. So thank you for that, Dave.
You're making a difference every day. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you for being a role model. Thank you for working hard.
Thank you, David, just for who you are.
For all of us who care about the environment in Pennsylvania, and for me especially, personally, thank you.
Thanks so much, friend and colleague.
Thank you, Dave Hess. Congratulations. I'm proud to call you a friend.